and they had a one of those a platform you walk up the steps to look at the Badlands.
Mm-hmm.
Mom and I and Grandma, we went up there, but Dad stayed in the car.
All right, you ready for some questions?
Yeah.
What is your favorite book and why?
Oh my goodness, favorite book? How about the Bible?
Okay. Why?
I'm, well, I guess the Bible, because it reveals God and Jesus Christ to us, and it's the most widely read book in the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is a big book. It takes a long time. You have to read it quite a bit every day to make it in a year to go through the whole Bible.
Mm-hmm.
It has a lot of history in there, which I'm interested in history. That's why. So the books, but I can't think. I like war story, World War II, and mostly World War II, I guess.
Uh-huh. What about movies?
Movies, oh boy, movies mostly the westerns would probably be my favorite. John Wayne, like The Searchers, might be my favorite one. John Wayne, especially when he played the loner type, hard-bitten loner, and overcome all them odds. Now now that I just have talking books, I'd always say I don't read no fiction. I haven't got time for fiction. It all has to be, some reality. So I can't really think of any special books.
Or movies?
Well, I did say about the movie. John Wayne.
Oh, yeah.
The Searchers by me of John Wayne movies.
All right. Who are 3 people in history you admire most and why?
Oh boy.
I should have prepped you for these, huh?
No. Man. That is a good question. I guess maybe FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, would be one of them, because he was governor for about 4 terms during World War II.
Uh-huh.
Well, even before war, he kind of got us out of the Depression with some public works, which some people didn't like, and CCC Corps, which did a lot of work and got people back to work.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't until World War II that really got out of the Depression, I guess. Who else? How about Alexander the Great?
Okay. Why do you admire him?
Well, I guess maybe because he accomplished a lot. That would be the only thing for him, I guess.
Yeah.
Did some, accomplished things you might not think possible or whatever. Who else? Can't even get a third one. JFK.
Okay.
Of course, those would be in my lifetime.
Yeah.
I guess he kind of spurred us on to new stuff with the space program. Put a man on the moon in this decade, which was the 60s.
Uh-huh.
Of course, he died. He was assassinated in 63, but in 69 they did make it to the moon.
Mm-hmm. That relates to the next question. What have been the 3 biggest news events during your lifetime, and why would you say they were the 3 biggest?
Yeah, I was a little young to remember too much about World War II, but Of course, one would be the assassination of John Kennedy in '63, and probably the attack on the trade centers. Was that in 2001?
Right, yeah.
9/11. And
Do you remember?
probably the landing on the moon.
Oh, yeah. Do you remember watching the landing on the moon? Did
Yeah,
you
oh
see-
yeah.
Where were you?
We were at the at Chi Alpha, which was that singles group that met at Memorial Presbyterian Church, where I met your mother, Marion, my wife. They brought it was a Sunday night, and they brought a TV in there. Normally we didn't have a TV, so we could watch it.
Yeah. Do you remember where you were when the other things happened, when JFK died? Or
Well, I was at work.
Yeah.
And I think I had my little portable radio, and so the news came out at work.
Yeah.
And then I think they gave us exactly what day they gave us a day off from work.
To let you all go home afterwards, like?
Well, no, we didn't go home till the end of the day, I think.
And then the next day you didn't have to come in?
Yeah, maybe, or I forget what day it happened, or day of the week, you know.
Were you pretty surprised?
Well, yeah, I think so. I guess nothing like that had happened for a while. He was a well-liked president. So who would want to shoot JFK?
Right. If you could travel into the future, would you rather see something that specifically relates to you, or something that relates to the future of the country in general?
I think I've kind of asked this once before. Yeah, I don't want to know anything about the future. I'd go backwards. Check out some of that stuff. I don't think you have any idea what the future. You don't know what's going to come tomorrow, or it's better off not to know the future, I say.
You think so?
Right. Otherwise, we'd probably know it.
If you could have 3 wishes, what would they be?
Oh, brother.
I know, it's a hard one.
Yeah. 3 wishes. I don't know. I don't think... I go back, I say, you know, God just continue to bless us and take care of us. That'd be my wishes.
Yeah. If you won $1 million tomorrow, what would you do with the money?
Well, at my age, 85, I think I wouldn't change anything. Hopefully I would try find some place to either, like I've set up an endowment, or use that money to benefit somebody in the future. Maybe take one trip.
Where would you go?
Well, one of my bucket list was see the pyramids.
Yep.
And maybe the Middle East. Go to Jerusalem.
What's the highest honor or award you've ever received?
I guess it would be my BA, my Bachelor's of Science degrees from Iowa State. I got 2 of them. I got a bachelor's degree in geology in '59, and then in '60 a bachelor's of industrial administration. I guess those would be the 2 highest awards.
What's the best compliment you've ever received?
That's a good question. I don't know. I can't remember. Trying to think of if anybody complimented me.
You can't think of any of your compliments?
I'm trying to think of what I would say. You know, somebody say, good job done, or this or that, or I'm trying to think. Yeah, I don't know.
Can't think of any of your compliments?
No, not for sure that I got them.
What about when you got that like, you had some of awards from work or things like that? That's a compliment, right?
Right. Yeah, when I worked for the Department of the Army, I did get like a whatever they call them, an outstanding employee award or something. And then when I worked at the Lighthouse for the Blind, I was the employee of the year once.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel differently about yourself now from how you felt when you were younger? How?
I don't think so. I think it was because I think, you know, in some ways you're the same person always. You don't change.
Yeah.
You might grow, develop, or grow. I remember my mother said that one time that when she was 65 years old, she said she felt like she did when she was 16 years old, but who was that old lady in the mirror?
Uh-huh.
And at that time I thought, yeah, that's true, because your spirit doesn't age. The real you is the same. Never changes, really.
Yeah. So you don't feel like you've changed that much over your lifetime?
No, I don't think so. And I think some of the things about you know, in the Bible even said something about, you know, you can being a youth, you can tell what they're going to be or whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything that frightens you?
I don't think so.
Did I turn out like you thought I would then? Like you expected based on when
Why?
I was a kid?
You mean you would I'd be frightened of you about how you turn out?
No. But you think you can tell a lot about someone just when they're a kid? You think that
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
that I turned out the way that you?
Pretty well, I would say so. Yeah.
My part.
Yeah, I think, you know. Well, that's one thing I was. When you first have kids, I think sometimes you think you own them, like they're part of your property.
Uh-huh.
But shortly you find out that they got their own personality. They're their own person.
Yeah.
And I think you can identify pretty early on what type of personality they got and what type of person they're going to be.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay, now you can go back to the question of, is there anything that frightens you?
I don't think so. Can't think of too much that frightens me. I guess we're pretty well taken care of in this country. We don't have to worry about too much.
Mm-hmm.
Although anything could happen.
Right.
Hopefully it won't.
All right. You think that's good for today, or you want to go on to a new section?
Ah, that's good.
Yeah.
Get to them Rice Krispies.
Yep.